tell a little bit about Cole and Marina's love affair. It began about 10 years ago. Let's set the stage. A wonderful exchange of young love where young Cole passed a half-drunk beer to an equally young Marina, which was received, of course, with who's this guy attitude. And of course, Cole, like any good man, thought he was doing a very thoughtful thing. Over the next several months, and a MySpace connection, followed by a phone call from Wrigley Field, that half-drunk beer started to finally pay dividends, culminating in a memorable and lasting lunch at Don Juan's Mexican Canteen. The word inseparable might be too strong, but from there, at Don Juan's, let's just say the fire had been lit ever since. It was something real. River trips, Lake Mead, Lake Havasu, river floats at Laughlin, putting family first, always. Their passions and love grew as one, each one becoming a part of each other's family, which if you know either of these two, you know how important that is to both of them. I don't know when you first meet someone if you really have any idea what that person will mean or how they will affect your life. But this quote came to mind when I think of Cole and Marina. I'm much more me when I'm with you. This is who they are. Take your time. They are best friends. This is truly the lifeblood of any relationship, but especially when you take someone's hand in marriage. Which leads me to another quote. To love is nothing, to be loved is something, but to love and be loved, that is everything. I want to read a Bible verse from John 18:20. There is no fear in love. Perfect love casts out fear. For fear has to do with punishment. And whoever fears has not been perfected in love. And what this means is that fear and faith do not occupy the same space. So have faith in each other and your bond. You ready? All right, well, here we go. Face each other. The I wills. Marina, will you have this man to be your husband, to live together in the covenant of marriage? Will you love him, comfort him, honor and keep him, in sickness and in health, and be faithful to him as long as you both shall live? If so, please say, I will. All right, stud. Cole, will you take this woman to be your wife, to live together in the covenant of marriage? Will you love her, comfort her, honor and keep her, in sickness and in health, and be faithful to her as long as you both shall live? If so, please say, I will.
I will.
I wanted to note it was doubly I will. Okay, guys, third of the way there. Cole, repeat after me. I, Cole, take you, Marina, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, till death do us part. If yes, please say aye. Marina. I, Marina, take you, Cole, to be my husband, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, till death do us part. If yes, please say. The rings? We got him. We're doing this right. Okay. From the earliest times, the circle has been a symbol of completeness, a symbol of committed love, an unbroken and never-ending symbol of commitment, of love that is never-ending. I hope that as often as you look at these rings, you will be reminded of the commitment to love each other, which you have made today. Cole. I, Cole, give to you, Marina, this ring as a symbol of my commitment to love, honor, and respect you. With this ring, I thee wed. Marina, repeat after me. Nice work. Nice work. I, Marina, give to you, Cole, this ring. As a symbol of my commitment to love, honor, and respect you. With this ring, I thee wed. Before this gathering, Cole and Marina have promised each other their love and have given each other things as a sign of their deep love and commitment. Therefore, by the power vested in me in the state of California, I pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride. I want to welcome and present to you Mr. and Mrs. Cole and Marina Miller.
been very fortunate to know Cole for at least 14 years now, and on and um, been a part of his family, and on both sides, his mother's side, his father's side. And when he asked me to be his best man, it was huge. I know he's from a big family, a lot of brothers, and it meant a lot to me. So I want to say thank you for letting me be a part of your day. Um, One thing that I really sticks out is going with Cole to create your ring. And I talked to him because I wanted to make sure that he was ready, and he said, "I'm ready for this." And it was awesome to see him put thought and care into creating something that you're going to wear for the rest of your life. So you make him better. I've seen him grow, become a man, and that's nothing. There's nothing more you could ever ask for your friend. So I hope you have a wonderful life together. I'll always be here to support you guys, and I just want you guys to have a great night. And I love you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kara. I am Marina's older sister. First of all, Cole and Marina, congratulations. I'm so happy for you guys. It took y'all long enough to get here, but I don't think anyone doubted this day would come. I need to tell you all about my sister. Anyone who knows the two of us knows that we are polar opposites in just about every way. um, for instance, she was definitely born with a fashion sense, and I'm pretty cool with shopping at thrift stores. So, hand me downs go the opposite way in my family, which is a little weird. Um, but in all honesty, Marina is the best sister in the world. She has repeatedly told me, "I've got your back, bitch." And it's true. She always has. When we were really little, I was about 4 years old. My mom took the two of us to a public pool to play. Now, I'm sitting there playing, and a couple of kids come up to me and start bullying me. And before my mom even had a chance to do anything, my 2-year-old little sister comes waddling over and starts yelling at them. But keep in mind, she's 2, so she doesn't know any words. So she's just like, me, 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 me. These kids are just staring at her like, who the hell's this kid? And sure enough, though, she was able to scare them off, and then I was able to keep playing. And that's Marina. She is protective and she is fierce. And when she starts yelling at you, you just have to stand there and take it because you're going to lose. So, yeah, good luck, Cole. But now, let me tell you about Cole. When Cole and Marina first started dating, it took him a long time before he would say that he was Marina's boyfriend. He really, really did not want that title. But, buddy, you got a lot more titles today. You are officially Marina's husband. You are my parents' son in law, and you're my brother in law. And I love you too. But I've known you for so long. You've been dating her for a bazillion years. And I feel like you've been my brother for a long time. I've gotten to know you quite well. One of the first things I learned was that when you get drunk, you get pretty lovey dovey and quite handsy. So, Cole, I am legally your sister now. So keep them off of me and only on her, okay? I love you both so much. Thank you for always letting me be. That's a good point, too. No, I love you so much. Thank you guys for letting me be the third wheel and for always embracing my weirdness, I guess, and for always being there for me. I love you both to pieces, and I'm so happy for you. So, cheers to your happiness. I love you.
Marina and Cole. Marina, I knew nothing about you, so this is, a little bit of a wing it thing. But here we go. There are those that would say that Marina is the luckier of the two, with Cole's handsome face and those eyes so blue. While I'm in agreement that Cole is quite a handsome young man, it is his grand good fortune I'd like to share if I can. When I first met Marina, I was, of course, stunned by her beauty. And as a movie aficionado, I felt it my unwavering duty to ask which actress she was told she looks like the most. She said Katherine Hagel and Charlize Theron, and I agreed with a toast. Between those two stars, they've played 232 different roles. So the fortunate one in this pairing, I believe, is Cole. When it comes to the never ending possibilities of role playing, well, I think that can go without saying. A wedding poem is not complete without some words from their past. Since Cole grew up right under my nose, I'll save him for last. Marina, it seemed, could also play a Christmas role in a pinch. One year she played someone quite dear to me, the Grinch. While decorating the Christmas tree, when she was quite young, she was reaching to the top branches where no ornaments had been hung. She must have slipped because she fell right off the ladder. And she took the whole tree with her, which was a tearful matter. She cried because she thought she'd ruined Christmas right there. But like the Who's, so relentless with Christmas trees, her family had a spare. Then there was the infamous birthday with the terrible fire. Her act of valor was one that would inspire. Before escaping outside, she had her priorities in line. She grabbed all of her presents, and in the nick of time. Whew. Then her love of movies came crashing back like a stunt scene barrage, driving through the door of her unopened garage. Seems Marina was a fan of doing her own stunts in the car. I think just a prelude to her future role as the Mad Max star. This is where I must end with Marina's verses. She's like a secret agent. No more dirt or family curses. I don't even know what she does for a job, whether she's a secret agent or pushes a broom. All I know, I've never seen Catherine or Charlize and her in the same room. Cole was no saint as a youth, which may not come as a shock. He had his fair share of mischief, the typical stuff, and throwing rocks. As a tiny little guy, he scared his father Michael to tears. And I believe this event led to one of Cole's remaining adult fears. On the beach in Carpinteria, Cole disappeared from view. Michael panicked, frantically sprinting around the parking lot with no shoes. But then the lifeguard came walking up, Cole on his shoulders like a prince. But if you ask Cole about the incident, you may see him wince. You see, Cole is deathly afraid of lobsters. Yeah, as a grown-ass man. I think the lifeguard scared him, but not with his sunglasses and his tan. I'm thinking it was a scared straight sort of thing for little beach runaways. He was under a dock for a rock lobster kind of haze. We might see more of that tonight later. I've racked my brain and it's the only thing that figured. How a ridiculous fear of lobsters could ever be triggered. Cole had his own special love of movies that started as a youth, peeking underneath the Blockbuster adult section booth. Mike and Anita had rented a certain type of feature that they hid under the bed. When it came up missing, they were both scratching their head. Then later, Daniel and Cole walked past Anita with a quickened pace, a strange movie-sized bundle, and a strange look on their face. When asked about the movie, "Oh, Anita, we were going to watch that tonight." Daniel turned 50 shades of red. Anyone that knows Frank recognizes that sight. Cole also loved baseball. Michael and Frank were his leaders. He had a great arm and could flat out throw some heaters. This one led to one of many nicknames that Cole would be called, Smokester, because in place of his arm, a cannon had been installed. Grandpa Tony called him Coleslaw after the dish by that name. I called him Coal Miner, Cold Hard Killer, but that one's kind of lame. Because you can't use Cold Hard Killer as a nickname sensation when he's scared of those little clawed crustaceans. You like it? I like that kind of heckling. I can't leave Cole's childhood without sharing just one more. This one took place on the beautiful Lake Tahoe shore. In the dead of night, Cole woke up his dad. He was scared to death by a frightening vision he'd had. Dad, there's two pigs fighting in the forest," he screamed. Michael assured him, this must have been something you dreamed. No, he said, "this is happening right now. Come and look." Young Michael's eyes wide open as he lay there and shook. And then there was the sound that was incredibly loud, like 40,000 bitter people would make in a crowd. When Michael entered the room, he instantly saw the cause. TC, our fallen friend, was snoring like 10 gigantic buzzsaws. Cole's family's a bit different, like the Game of Thrones kind. Targaryens, Lannisters, and Starks, all intertwined. First, there's the House of Millers. Michelle, Michael, and Corey. I could fill up many pages with the chapter of that story. His siblings include Chris and Dusty from the Payne Manor, Anthony and Kylie from Under the Deersings banner. The House of Roberts produced Aaron and Chandler as brothers. There have been there have been some very odd mixes of fathers and mothers. So, Marina, I hope you know what you're getting into today. Like your birthday party, take all the presents and run away. As I make fun of these families, it's all certainly done in jest. Each and every one of these clans are cut from the cloth that's the best. I would have included some adult stuff, like, from his bachelor party night, but like Budman and his father, I didn't get an invite. Yeah. So thank you for your attention and letting me poke fun at you. But this poem will eventually get finished, unlike Cole's skull tattoo. Thanks to Mr. and Mrs. Schneider, Mr. and Mrs. Davis, and all of Cole's parents and friends. Best of luck to you too. I hope the happiness never ends.
On behalf of my wife, Sandra, Mike and Anita, Vic and Kelly, we thank you all for coming here and enjoying this celebration with us. To witness this celebration and celebrate the long-awaited marriage of Marina and Cole. The hashtag AboutDamnMillerTime 2016 could not be more appropriate, huh? I would also like to thank Tracy and Troy Chrisman for allowing us the use of their home for this celebration. Couldn't have done this without you two, and we certainly appreciate it. As parents of two girls, my and Sandra's wish has always been that our daughters meet the man of their dreams and that they live a life of happiness and start a family of their own. Today begins that life for you, Marina. And Cole, we couldn't be happier that she begins it with you. As a father, my one requirement to giving my daughter's hand in marriage is to know that she will be cared for and treated with respect, love, and admiration, bar none. And I know my son-in-law, I can call you that now, will do just that. Little buddy, I could not be happier. I just did that. I just did it. And you know what? I'm going to repeat it. Little buddy, I could not be happier than to now be able to introduce you as my son-in-law. And I mean that from my heart, man. The life that begins today with the merging of our families is going to be a great one to live, and we're excited to see it evolve. Marina, you will always be my little bugs. And every time I hear you call me daddy, while my wallet feels it too, it may... It makes my heart melt, and I never want to lose that feeling, and I know I never will. But from this day forward, enjoy your new life as me and Mrs. Miller. This I know is the life that you've been dreaming of, and your mom and I couldn't be happier for you both. Cole, take care of my little princess, because she is now your queen. Mr. and Mrs. Miller, congratulations. We love you to the moon and beyond. Now, it's hashtag about damn Miller time to get this going. Enjoy the evening, everybody, and please, thank you again for coming and enjoying this with us. Sandra and I are just ecstatic with the turnout, and seriously, I mean, look at this. Makes the heart go. I love you guys.
Marina and I just want to thank, obviously, everybody for coming out. We love all of you guys. Special thanks to Brian and Sandra, my mom and Vic, Dad and Anita, all you guys. What's that? Troy and Tracy, obviously. Okay. We couldn't have done it without you guys. Let's just have a blast. I love all you guys. Thank you for showing up. Let's do this. All right. Cheers.